Hello and welcome to Petrol Magazine. Today, we are talking about 5 luxury cars that are so expensive to own, they have bankrupted their owners. These cars may look like a dream, but once you sign the papers, they can turn into a financial horror story worthy of a Netflix series. Before we start, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more car content. And let us know in the comments, which car do you think is the biggest money pit? Or, if you have ever owned one of these nightmares, tell us how much it drained your wallet. Now, let's get into it before these cars start sending us repair bills just for talking about them. First up is the BMW 7 Series, the car for people who want to look like CEOs but do not realize that actual CEOs lease them and return them before the warranty expires. If you are looking at models from 2009 to 2020, especially the F1 and early G11 generations, be prepared to spend more on repairs than you did on the car. Let's talk about air suspension failure. You might think floating on air sounds great until the system fails and you are stuck with a car that rides like a shopping cart with square wheels. Replacing the air struts will cost you around $1,500 per corner. If all 4 fail, you are in for a $6,000 beating. Then there is the turbocharger failure on the 750 i V8 models. These things love to overheat and quit on you, and replacing both turbos will set you back $6,000 to $8,000. At that point, you might as well strap a leaf blower to the engine and hope for the best. And let's not forget the infamous N63 V8 engine, which has a timing chain that stretches like a cheap rubber band. If it snaps, you are looking at $5,000 to $10,000 just to get the engine running again. A brand new BMW 7 Series costs well over $100,000, but after a few years, you can find them for under $20,000. That sounds like a bargain until you realize it is because no one wants to pay BMW-sized repair bills on a Honda Accord budget. Would you ever risk buying a used BMW 7 Series? Let us know in the comments. Next, we have the Maserati Quattroporte, a car that looks and sounds like a Ferrari but will financially ruin you like a bad gambling habit. If you are looking at 2003 to 2012 models, the biggest nightmare is the Duo Select automated manual transmission. Maserati thought, why not take a regular transmission and make it fail constantly? And that is exactly what they did. If you own one, be prepared to spend $7,000 to replace it. Oh, and by the way, the clutch needs to be replaced every 20,000 miles, so get ready to do that often. Then there's the timing variator failure on the 4.2-liter V8. If you hear a rattling noise when you start the car, that is the sound of your bank account crying. If caught early, you are looking at $6,000, but if it ruins the engine, you might as well just buy a bicycle. The suspension is also a mess. The control arms and bushings wear out faster than your patience, and replacing them costs around $3,000. Add in electrical problems with the infotainment system and sensors, and you will be paying more in repairs than in fuel. When new, the Maserati Quattroporte cost over $120,000, but today you can find them for $15,000 to $25,000. Why? Because every previous owner ran away from it like it was on fire. The Mercedes S-Class is one of the most luxurious cars in the world, but it is also one of the most expensive to keep running. This car is so packed with technology that when something breaks, even the mechanic needs a PhD to fix it. One of the worst problems is air suspension failure. The AIRMATIC system gives you that cloud-like ride until it stops working and you are left with a car that sits lower than your self-esteem after seeing the repair bill. Replacing it costs $2,500 to $4,000 per axle. The active body control system is another disaster. If it starts leaking, expect to pay $10,000 just to make the car drive normally again. The V12 models, like the S600 and S65 AMG, take things to the next level of financial suffering. The twin turbos love to quit, and replacing them costs $12,000 to $15,000. That is more than an entire used Toyota Corolla. The S-Class depreciates fast, so you can buy a $120,000 car for $20,000. The problem: the first major repair could cost more than what you paid for the car. The Jaguar XJ is a car for people who want luxury but also enjoy gambling with their money. For 2004 to 2015 models, one of the biggest problems is timing chain tensioner failure. If the tensioners fail, your engine is done for, and fixing it costs over $7,000. Then there is the air suspension system, which has the lifespan of a goldfish. If it fails, expect to pay between $3,000 and $5,000. And let's not forget Jaguar's electrical systems, which are about as reliable as a used lottery ticket. The touchscreen, power seats, and even the headlights tend to fail, with repairs adding up faster than you can say, why did I buy a Jaguar? A brand new Jaguar XJ once cost $90,000 or more, but today you can find them for under $15,000. The catch: you will spend that much just keeping it running. Finally, we have the Bentley Continental GT, a car that lets you feel like royalty until you see the repair bills and realize even kings go broke. If you own one, be prepared for air suspension failure. Replacing all 4 shocks will cost you over $8,000. The W12 engine is a beast, but it also has coolant pipe leaks that cost over $6,000 to fix. And if the transmission fails, that is another $12,000 gone. A brand new Continental GT cost over $200,000, but today you can buy one for $40,000 or less. Sounds great until you realize that every trip to the mechanic will feel like a down payment on a house. And that wraps up our list of 5 luxury cars that can bankrupt their owners. If you are thinking about buying one of these, just remember, there's a reason they are so cheap now. Which one do you think is the worst? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more car content. Thanks for watching Petrol Magazine. See you in the next one.